Welcome to this class of just turning inward. So let me explain a little bit more about turning inward. If we look outward towards the story space, there is a fire eye, so the eye of desire and also the eye of action looking outward, operating through the mind system. But when we turn inward, we are actually activating the water eye. So the water eye is more about flowing, accepting, and effortless action happening. So we are turning inward just in this pure acceptance, making ourselves available and opening up the communication channel between the body, the breath, and the observer of that. We are not here to try to control the moment. We are here to be available, to allow the moment to happen. So throughout the postures, please don't cling on to them through the ego, trying to improve the posture. Inviting the posture into the body space and allowing the strength of the body to reveal itself, as well as the stretch. Now, releasing the legs out in front of you. We're just going to come into activating the back of our legs before we begin from downward facing dog and go through our series of movements today. So sitting in Dandasana, if you are collapsing into your spine and it feels like you're moving backwards and your hips are rotating anteriorly, then you can use a block, making sure that your shoulders are hovering above your hips. Chest is nice and wide. Beautiful. Now from there, just start wiggling into the toes. Feeling how your spine is tall, your stomach is active. Beautiful. Using your breath now into your ankles, just pointing and flexing into your feet here. Beautiful. Now from there, the arms goes all the way out, so keeping the wrist, the elbow, and the shoulder in one straight line. We're going to take a deep breath in as we lift the left arm up and exhale. Try to bring it down to the toe or as close as. Inhale brings you back to center. Inhale, right hand up. And exhale, try to bring it close to the toe and all the way up. Inhale, left up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, stay at center. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, bring it forward. Back to center. And stay. One more time on each side. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, reach. And inhale, back to center. Exhale, stay there. One more time on the right hand side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Beautiful. Now from there, we keep the arms exactly where they are. We're just going to start lifting the left leg up, placing it out to the side, lifting it up, bring it back to center. Following the right leg, left leg, right leg. One more time on each side. Beautiful. Now from there, we inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, place the hands behind you. Then opening up the chest, pointing to the toes. Inhale, reach the hips high up. Exhale, drop the hips down low. Beautiful. Inhale, arms all the way up and all the way forward. Inhale, both arms reaches up. On the exhale, you pivot from your hips. Try to create a 45-degree angle with your body or wherever your hips allows you to go. Then from there, 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Coming all the way back to center. Just bringing the soles of the feet together, insulating all 10 fingers, bringing them underneath your feet, sitting in a butterfly or a Bandha Konasana. Now just working into the spine as we inhale, chest forward, chin up. Exhale. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, curl the spine. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Now from there, we're going to scoop the feet to the side and come onto all fours. So in order for us to make downward facing dog, our base posture, it is very important that we get this posture correctly for the expression of our body. So we're going to take it from all fours and then take it all the way up to downward facing dog. Starting with the hands, we want to spread the fingers as far out as we can, placing first the 5 fingers down and then dropping the wrist down as a 6th finger. You should feel equal weight in all 5 fingertips as well as the wrist as the 6th. Then from there, the soft parts of the elbows is facing towards each other. Now when it comes to the chest in this position, it is important to notice that the chest is not hanging, so the shoulder blades at the back has a lot to do with the chest here. We want to bring the shoulder blades a little bit further away from each other and almost like activating the pectoral muscle all the way from the chest into the bicep. So you should feel an activation in your arms here. Beautiful. Now from there, we're going to tuck the toes under and we're going to start to slowly reach the knees, start straightening and push back with the chest. Don't straighten the legs all the way. Keep the knees bent here. We're first going to adjust ourselves in downward facing dog from the hands. So releasing to the neck. Take a few deep breaths wherever you are. Beautiful. Now notice if you have more weight on your wrists, adjust that by bringing yourself back into first the fingers, then the wrists. The parts of the elbows are still facing towards each other. Now from there, we're trying to bring the shoulder blades together now at the back, pinching the muscles in between the shoulder blades and opening up the chest. Bringing the biceps a little bit closer to the ears, blooming the chest open. Try for your rib cage to slightly touch onto your thighs, if it's possible. Then from that position, we're sending the hips up, sending the hips back, and dropping the heels down. That becomes your downward facing dog. It is a really active, yet inversion position. So let's take
3 mindful breaths here. Into the chest. On the exhale, bring the rib cage together towards the spine. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Exhale. Beautiful. From there, coming onto the tiptoes, bringing the buttocks close to the heels. Just feel the difference in your arms here. Then from there, we're going to start to straighten the legs and come back into your downward facing dog. We're going to do this 3 times. Inhale onto the tiptoes. Exhale, bend into the knees. Bring the hips close to the heels without dropping your knees down. Inhale, straighten the legs and drop the heels into your downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale onto the tiptoes. Exhale, drop the hips down. Straighten all the way back to your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to inhale onto the tiptoes and exhale, bring the knees as close to the floor, almost like dropping down onto all fours, but the knees does not touch. Beautiful. Now from here, we're lifting into the left arm, dropping the left heel down and straightening the right leg through, opening up to the side. We are here. You can also drop that foot down for 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Bringing it all the way back. First to all fours without the knees touching, and then back to downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. Beautiful. Inhale onto the tiptoes and drop the knees to hover above the mat. Then from there, we drop the right heel down, lift the right arm up, and scoop the left leg through. We are here for 3 deep breaths. In powerfully through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. First, bringing it back so that your knees hover. And push into your downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Beautiful. Biceps closer to the ears, straightening into your arms, soft parts of the elbows facing towards each other. Always the weight into the wrists. From here, we are leaving the left foot onto the mat, and we inhale as we reach the right leg into the sky. On the exhale, we scoop it through for a star. So from here, the left heel comes over to the right side, the left arm reaches all the way up, and the right leg scoops all the way through. Beautiful. We're here for 2 more deep breaths. Drop that foot down if it is not already. Now from there, we drop the hips low. And we bring the hips up. Drop the hips low. Bring the hips up. Drop the hips low. One more time. You've got this. Bring them up. Left hand down. Right leg up into the sky. And we step it in between our hands and drop the left knee down. Low lunge. Now from here, we just give ourselves some time and space to listen to what the body has to say.
From there, we're bringing our hands onto our hips, making sure that you have the right knee above the right ankle. Beautiful. Feeling the strength and the stretch marry and meet inside of your hips. Instead of observing from the outer parts of your body, imagine that you're taking a seat inward. Bringing both hands back down onto the mat. 5 fingers, wrist acts as a 6th. Tuck the back toe under and stepping it back into our high plank. From there, we push the heels back, we elongate into the stomach, blooming the chest open through the arms. Deep breath in. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, roll over the toes into your upward facing dog. And exhale, back into your downward facing dog. Adjust. Allow the body to adjust itself into its natural and divine expression. Two more deep breaths. Beautiful. Now from here, the right leg stays. The left leg reaches into the sky on the inhale. And on the exhale, we come through for a star on the other side. So the right ankle drops over to the left. Right arm into the sky and left leg scoops through. We're here for 3 deep breaths. Beautiful. Drop that left leg down. Stay where you are. Then hips drop down. Reach it back up. Drop them down. Try to keep your legs straight. Bring them all the way back up. One more time. Drop the hips down. Bring them up. Right hand down. Left leg up. Beautiful. Now, from this position, we're going to bend into the knee and step the left leg in between the hands. Drop the right knee down. Low lunge on the other side. Make your presence available. Listen to the body. It is quite natural and common for the mind to be louder than the body. The more we do yoga and give ourselves the opportunity to establish this connected consciousness with the body, we are able to differentiate between the voice of the mind versus the voice of the body. It doesn't talk in a language. It talks in a language of feelings and sensations. Bringing the hands onto the hips, using only your legs and your hips to keep you stable in this position. A few more deep breaths here. On the next exhale, both hands drops down on either side of this left foot, tucking the back toe, lift the knee, step it back into your high plank. Adjust yourself,
pushing the heels back, pulling the kneecaps up.
Collarbones reach forward. Deep breath in. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Roll over the toes into your upward facing dog
and roll back into your downward facing dog. So after these postures, coming back to downward facing dog, you might notice why this is a restorative posture. Listening to the body and not the mind. Your heart has some form of relaxation because gravity is now pulling the blood towards the head space. Let's just drop down onto our knees, push back into a child. Release, relax the hands backwards. Surrender. Allow the body to relax. Sending the permission from source through the mind, or even skipping the mind as the middleman, having a direct conversation with your body. Three more deep breaths here.
Guiding the hands back over the heart space. Celebrating the aliveness inside the body. Know that you can meet yourself here as often as you can remember, dear one. All that is needed is the willingness. The revealing happens spontaneously. Namaste.